Yo, what up? It's your boy DJ Bibinkahan back at it again. Hi, fun.
What's up?
Smart. Hi. We just watched a short film, and I was like, let's just like do a review on it because I felt like it would be good. It would be good content, honestly.
Okay,
Like, we would have a lot to. It would be good. There's a lot of things. It's. I'm already putting expectations on this video, and we're only 30 seconds in. Can you tell us what we just watched?
We just watched the short film, Cherry. It was made last year, 2019. I found out about it last year, and I've been wanting to see it for a long time, and I saw that they were like doing like showings here and there, but
really? Where'd you hear about it? I remember you shared it on like Instagram.
I think my friend David actually sent me an Instagram message about it. Maybe, or I think it might have been also, or it could have been like just because I follow like these Bay Area short film type stuff, so I might have just saw an ad for that there. But yeah, like what it caught my eye about it was just because it was set in like the late 90s in the San Francisco Bay Area with like, you know, Filipino American Bay Area culture in the late 90s. Like that was what I grew up on and everything, you know.
Do you wanna? So it's what's the name of the director? Eugene Kim. And then it's literally like 20 minutes long. Like, but the description says in 1998, Daly City, Christian Flores spends his weekend trying to get his car out of the impound while searching for a girl he met at a party. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a short film, but the story is cool, I'm also sad. It's a satisfying ending, but
is it? Well, okay, all right.
well, I mean, yeah, that's true too, but like right away it hits with like this. It's a specific kind of nostalgia, you know, like it's a cultural, regional moment in time.
Yes.
So that's
very specific.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like some people will watch it and then and they like will not have no like realization that like a type of culture existed back then, or subculture, I guess is more what I would say. Is
sure.
Like
and I mean, and I think they did a pretty good job of like trying to keep it to that vibe.
To give some context, we're from the Bay Area.
Oh yeah. We grew
up as Filipino Americans.
It's a Filipino American story, and
yeah.
I mean it's very much what Daniel grew up with. Like, I mean, 1998. I was in like first grade, so
yeah.
I kind of picked up on it, but then
I took so the guy is wearing like a yellow anorak, and I took photos with my homies.
I know,
wearing all anoraks. Like, this was the first time I ever did studio pictures. We were wearing all anoraks.
Yeah, but they did a good. Yeah, like I appreciated looking at all the little details of like this piece of technology, or their clothing, or the way their like hair and makeup could have looked.
Yeah, I think that was probably the best thing about the film. It's just the attention to the details, and like just like the puka shells, and
because
that was to me, that was the best thing about the film. That was the best thing that they did. You know, the cars and everything.
Yeah, because that's what gets like tricky when it comes to like these kinds of movies or television short films that are like supposed to be in the past, like, because then I also kind of feel like they could have did a little better, like with the clothing at least, but
you could have did a little better
with like like the main character, like the important characters, like they made them look fine, but like I don't know, there were all these other like extras in it, and like I was like kind of just looking at their clothes and like their hairstyle and their hair color, like they could have did a better job, but like I know, because I was in first grade at that time, but like that's sometimes in other movies and TV shows and stuff, like they'll exaggerate the nostalgia look.
True. Yeah.
So, and it's like,
and sometimes it'll be understated, and but yeah.
yeah, like getting like nailing that is like a skill.
Sure.
Nailing that vibe, like I think the show that I was watching on Netflix, Dark, because part of it set in like the 80s in Germany. So I'm like, well, I don't know, but like I'm like it's subtle. It's not like too much, so then it works. But I don't know. And then there's like, I remember there's a Filipino movie. I don't remember. He's dating a gangster. Let's say it was that one. It probably was. But like part of it was set in the 80s, but it looked really cheesy, and like one kid's wearing a Nirvana shirt, and that's like Nirvana was.
What movie is this?
It was some Filipino movie. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, it was a Filipino movie. Okay.
Correct. So that's why it's like, I mean, Filipino movies aren't that great. Sorry, but like the attention to detail wasn't pulled off of. But yeah, so there's the clothing and the appearance, which was a big thing, and also the music. I mean, I kind of piggyback off of your nostalgia, because I'm like, I experienced it, but it was just, I was much younger, so
yeah.
But it's still, I mean, it's still, is a nostalgia.
I was still young too, but I did grow up listening to like One Voice and Kai.
Yeah, that's why
so.
that's why I like, because you've talked to Kai,
right,
like. So I was like, oh, cool. Like, I don't know. I was like, oh, wow. Like we just talked to those guys, like a month ago, which was amazing. Yeah. It's like, it's like that's cool that they must have gotten permission to put that in the thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's interesting that they did that. As far as story goes. I guess I would have to say this film was cool as sort of a proof of concept, if that's like how I would put it. Like, I would want to see something like this. I don't think this is a actual full film. I think I would want to see something like this, like fleshed out into a full length film. And the reason being is that at the end of this short film, I was like, what was the point of that?
And that's why I was like, do you want to like record a video and like, let's talk about this and like...
And so if the point was to like show nostalgia and all that stuff, like show all the different culture, like the subculture and like all the like styles and all that stuff, like that's cool, but I mean, I guess I expected in a 20-minute short film that for there to be like something a bit more like a bigger takeaway or something like that. I would have like, so for example, like say well, I don't want to like critique like the story too much, but I guess I would have liked there to be more symbolism to like him reuniting with Cherry at the end. I would have wanted to see more character, does his character shift at all? Things like that. I would have wanted to see something.
Sure. I mean, this is
because I didn't really care when they finally met. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's over. I was like, yeah, like I didn't really care that they randomly happened to find each other. I mean, I guess it's cool, but I just would have liked there to be a little more meaning behind it all.
I mean, I think it's like the story's kind of simple and like,
yeah, it's a short film.
It's nothing like mind blowing. It's pretty ordinary, but it's like,
Well, oh, you mean just the story, the basic story?
Yeah. Like I think it's pretty ordinary. Like it's average.
Yeah.
But like that's what, like, I don't know. That's what I kind of appreciate about it.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's pretty simple. Nothing too crazy. There's a decent amount of like backstory and depth to the characters.
Like if I were to make this a full length film, and if you are interested, director, I actually have experience in broadcasting and stuff like that. I went to film school, so yo, let's collaborate. I'll work with you. You know, I'm also a Twitch streamer. Anyway, whatever.
But it was we watched it on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime Video. Check it out, guys. But anyway, so if I were to make it into a full length film, I would probably like one. So I like the whole scene of him getting dressed and putting on his Iversons and his Reebok Iversons and like stuffing, you know, doing the sock thing,
fold over,
and then he has like the rubber band on his jeans or whatever, and then the polo and all that stuff, and like him doing his hair, like that was like a routine, like a traditional type routine that a lot of like Filipino American dudes did back then. I don't know how I explain it. And then you put on the anorak. Like I would want to see like the movie open with a scene like that, you know, like that way we know his character, we know that. Like instead they kind of do like a cold open into just him like rolling up a blunt in his Supra. I think it was a Supra. I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, so then the whole film takes place over the weekend, and like kind of basically a flip on the premise of like dude, where's my car, or whatever like that, and like, you know, and then you get flashbacks as he kind of recalls you know, the night of him doing all the heavy drinking, and you know, kind of like that, a little bit of Memento, you know, where he sees on his body a girl's number written on him and stuff like that, and he doesn't know where his car is, and you know, I a lot of stuff was like, there was times when I thought the film was trying to be comedic, but it kind of was hard to tell it was trying to be comedic. Did you get that feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the part, like the line where he's like, "Ma, go back to cutting your penny," or whatever. You know, I remember there was like a scissors that was like really big around that time where it could cut through anything.
Yeah.
You know, like that was a joke that was supposed to be a little comedic, but it kind of like it didn't really hit because you couldn't tell that it was comedic.
Like the scene where he wakes up and he's still at the party and he's in like the bath. He wakes up in the bathtub, and like the parents are like they wake up and like their house is like a mess, and he gets kicked, like, you know, he throws him out. Like it's kind of funny, but it doesn't come off very funny. But
yeah. I think, okay, so as far as like the actors go, like I honestly did believe, like for a few minutes here and there, like I really did believe like, oh, I was back in like 1998, you know. I was like, that looks like my older cousin or whatever, like that looks like so and so. I feel like the actors were generally pretty, you know, they were all pretty believable and pretty good, you know. You made a comment that like the main guy was a little too smooth. I feel like I maybe agree with that, you know, like, but maybe that's just because, you know.
Yeah, they're just like the secondary.
Not a lot of Filipino
characters.
American dudes are smooth. I think that's just what. But what were you saying?
No, I was just saying like I don't know, the acting in some of it, the extra people that they used was like okay, but yeah, which was just trippy because it's like it looks nice, like I don't know, whatever you call it, that makes the quality of it look nice.
Yeah,
like you expect with some that it's like a lower kind of quality because it's a short film. And
sure. Yeah, no, the shot composition and stuff was pretty good. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. It felt like San Francisco, even like the coloring and everything. You know, just the way it was shot felt very faithful and true to what they were going for, like the mood and stuff like that.
But yeah, I mean, like the music was cool because I was like, oh yeah, like I'm familiar with it because of Daniel. But then at the end there was that Kai song, and I was like, oh yeah, like just you just did a podcast with them, and it's a band, Filipino boy band in the 90s, and they're from the Bay Area. They're from the Bay Area, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And it's just just the.
Yeah, they were talking about how
Like-
the Bay Area was Filipino American Motown. You know, like because
Yeah.
around the '90s back then in the Bay, like there were all these Filipino American bands or Asian American bands, I guess you could say, that were just popping up. You know, and this movie pays kind of homage to that subculture as well.
With the
you know,
music choice.
with the
because
music.
And there was like what, one voice? Jocelyn Enriquez, is that the name of the other one?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. I saw it when it scrolled through the credits.
Yeah.
But it's like
and then
it's
Kai.
yeah.
So
I mean I think I also that's why I wanted to make a video, because this is like a Filipino American creative thing. So it's like, hey, this is cool.
yeah. I think when I was watching like the creating of video, they were saying that they made this as a submission to like HBO. I think because HBO was trying to like do a thing where they show like a bunch of short film submissions, and so they were just trying to get it submitted to be shown on HBO, but I don't think it was chosen or something like that. But still, it's cool though, you know.
I mean, it's on Amazon Prime,
to make
so
it,
that's cool.
honestly, to make a 20-minute short film is an incredible feat, honestly, and I think it's worth the watch, I would say, you know. I would hope that I see more of this type of stuff.
Yeah,
And that's the important thing, I think.
I'd be curious to look them up and see what other
Yeah.
what there is to be said. So
If you were to divine a point of the film, though, what would you say the point is? Like, what is the theme of the film? The thesis, if you will.
I think one of the big themes is like the community that they have, where like, you know, he went to a party on a Friday, he goes to another party on like a Sunday, and because it's a friend of it's a friend of the cousin of the friend.
Yeah,
That
they go to state together.
You know, like for like the Bay Area really be like that. Like literally, like earlier, Daniel and I were just talking about like people that he knows that I probably knew. Like just you know, like small town, like everyone knows everybody somehow, especially Filipinos. Like super tight community.
Honestly, I thought, you know what I thought was gonna happen when the girl shows up and she's like, oh shit, like I thought that she thought they were like relatives. You know? So she's like, oh shit, he's at my relative's party, like, and we made out. I honestly thought that's what the twist was going to be.
Interesting.
Because I know, like there were girls. I've known girls that say like they that's like, you know, one of their fears sometimes, like, you know, going to family parties or whatever. Because one time, you know, it's funny is one time my sister, when she was dating a guy in high school, like she went to a family party, my uncle Eddie went to a family party and saw my sister's boyfriend at the time's parents there, and then they were like, uh-oh. their reaction for a second was like, uh-oh, you know. So yeah,
that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So I thought that's what was going to happen.
I'm imagining the laugh track, or like the whoa, like, and then it cuts to a little soundbite. But anyway, yeah. Do you want to give a rating to this movie?
Oh, you go first.
I give it a 7.
You give it a 7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I think, I mean, that we're accounting for I don't want to say flaws, but just some of the holes.
Yeah, like, I mean, honestly, I just wanted to see more of it. Like, I wanted there to be more to it. Like, not if not length, then just more to its depth.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, there were scenes where I'm sorry, I'm going further into it, but there was like a scene where he meets where we meet his dad, right? And his dad's like trying to go fishing. I liked his little.
I didn't
hat,
understand.
too.
Like, was it really that early? Like, don't people leave to go fishing like hella early in the morning?
Yeah, that, but not just that, but like, I wish I would have seen like more traces of what the relationship is between him and his dad and like the interaction in that scene. I didn't really understand anything from like their relationship or whatever. I wasn't even sure if that was his father, you know, like, and the relationship between him and his mom, like that one had a little more personality, you know, with
And then there's a sister.
you know, the sister too, but I think, you know, that would have been cool, like, to see more of their relationship as well. You know, not just her being like the bratty sister that was listening to One Voice and calling up her friend to make a dance routine to it. You know, and and the fact that they have to tell each other, "Hey, get off the line. I need to use the phone." Like, that's not a thing that a lot of people have to deal with anymore these days. So, you know, but
Yeah. And yeah, they literally like touch on the whole thing of 90s Bay Area Filipino American Motown, because the character was apparently in a group.
That's
too.
true. He was in a singing
Like
group.
if that, I
Yeah.
mean, they threw that, you know.
Like that was probably like the one moment that I realized, okay, this is deliberately trying to be comedic, and you know, and that's cool. That was funny, but you know, I just would have liked to see more. Like I said, lengthwise, if not lengthwise, then depthwise.
What I was gonna say is, I mean, if you were able to sit through and watch our entire video, then you can watch the.
Yeah, it's true.
We've actually like
This
talked
video's-
longer than the actual video itself. So
Yeah, that actually.
with that said, check out the movie Cherry, Cherry. It's on Amazon Prime. It's probably on other social medias. Check out DJ Bibinkahan on Twitch. Music streams on the weekends, Friday nights. Monday Valorant stream. Check out the Bastos podcast, where they talk Twitch streamers talk to people of color, creatives.
This is my mod right here, y'all.
And
This is my mod and my wife, but
I know.
my mod in life and wife in life.
Okay, sure, but yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching our videos, people. We love you.
Peace, y'all.
Goodbye.